What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTS Show. I'm your scripture today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get right to it. You haven't already, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on all my social media accounts. Links are located in the description. Cash App dollars on the BTS Show. Participant waive all the rights of privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. Don't forget to visit the BTSI Show website and the one and only Red Lipsticks by Designer Boy. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in today. But let's get into it. Y'all saw the title. Read is 80% of ready. Read is 80% of ready. Now let me tell you where I got that from. I got that from a college professor. Don't ask me his name. I don't remember his name. All I remember is he taught some type of math class in college that I did not pass. You know why I didn't pass? Because it was math class. See, it's easy for me to see numbers and formulas and that type of stuff, and all I got to do is plug it in and know how it operates, and boom, I'm gone. He decided to teach it from a different standpoint. Instead of really actually doing math, and I didn't know this at the time, instead of actually writing math, he wants you to read math, read everything. Because when it came to test time, it rarely, if anything, had anything to do with equations. More so, what did you read in the textbook? And we looking like, what? That's right, because this was his saying. Read is 80% of ready. Read is 80% of ready. If you read, you're just right there. Reading in of itself will get you a success rate. And I would imagine 20% is you putting the work in. See, when it came to math, it would be 20% reading and 80% of knowing the formulas and putting the work in. In this college course, and for the record, this teacher went to Texas Southern University. Matter of fact, he was a student at Texas Southern University. He did band, and he became a math professor at Texas Southern University. He taught me it's simple, but it got me through a lot. Now, not enough for me to pass this class. I'll openly admit that. Actually, did I drop this class? I think I did. I don't remember. But well, if you drop a class, you failed the class, in my opinion. So I failed plenty of college courses during my time in school. Has been one of them. For the simple fact that I was too young, dumb, and inexperienced to really just sit down and just read a book. Complacency, compartmentalization, whatever you not compartmentalization. Jesus Christ, there was a word. There's a word for that. I forget what it was. I'll figure it out later. But read 80% already. Now, why did I title this uh, stream to give honor to my old college professor? I was on Robbie's stream yesterday. Salute to Robbie, love her today. It was, oops, go ahead. You're just gonna cut me up. You saw me turning, but it's all good. Oh, you've got a Florida license plate. That makes a lot of sense. Um, when she was, I forgot the title of her stream. It was pretty much a Bible study anyway, just reading the Bible. Now, when I was tuning into that, I got in, said my greetings, and I said, all right, what verse are we on? Because I'm at the point right now when it comes to these topics, especially pertaining to the Bible or Christianity or any form of religion, I'm at the point where I'm gonna start calling people out on it, and not to say I'm calling raw BS. So let me not even throw that out there. I'm gonna start calling people out when it comes to the Bible. If you're going to talk about the Bible, please have that verse ready. If you're going to reference the Bible, please have that verse ready. If you're going to take anything out of the Bible, or you're going to take something that you thought you heard from the Bible, or you're going to take something that you heard from someone else pertaining to the Bible or pertaining to Christianity, have the Bible verse ready. Because I'm at the point right now where I'm not playing games with you guys when it comes to my personal belief. And oh, sorry, realistic. Yes, please hit the like button on your way in, people. And my professor was like that too. Yeah, I didn't like that at first. But then again, I was young and dumb, but now I'm a full-fledged adult. I see the importance now more so than ever. See, it's easy to say you got to read when you're reading something that everybody could comprehend. But when you're reading something that is going to separate you from everybody else, yeah, reading does. Yeah, it helps. Read is 80% already. My one thing I can say now, and although I don't remember that professor's name, I do appreciate him for this because when he was teaching me, is to put me in the upper echelon amongst other people, and you cannot do that without reading what uh, you can't do that if you don't know what you're reading and what you're getting yourself into. But and have context with the verse. Yes, and that's exactly why I heard the stream. It was on Raw B stream yesterday. It was Raw and salute to Mecca. He was talking to Raw B, going back and forth to whatever the case may be, and I was like, okay. Now, me personally, I'm on a detox. I'm still on a detox from hopping on people's panels. I tried to hop on Aaron's panel on Monday. I didn't get a chance to say a word because I like to sit back and let people talk before I jump in, but not enough time. Cool. And there was, and with Raw B Stream last night, Emeka was just always challenging things, and he brought up a verse to try to back up his point. And it's like, okay, let's go to because you're talking about the type of food you intake. Like you know the saying, you can't take pork. I just found out that you can't eat shrimp. Not that shrimp is my go to anyway. So that's nothing for me to worry about growing up. And don't you can't eat shellfish. Let me tell you right now, ladies, you never have ate shellfish. Don't have no desire to eat shellfish. So we good on that. Now they were talking about the cleansing of food. How in the Old Testament you couldn't eat these food, but in the New Testament God made it clean so you could eat it. And Robbie said, "Where's that verse at?" He said, "Mark chapter 7, verse 19." And we went to Mark chapter 7, verse 19, and just read that verse where Jesus said, well, I'm paraphrasing by the way because I'm driving right now and I can't pull up that Bible verse right now. Pretty much, Jesus said these foods are now clean that you can eat them. Now, something about that didn't sit right in my spirit, and I believe God was telling me, go read the top, go start from the top and work your way down. Ladies and gentlemen, I read the first four verses of Mark chapter 7. It's when it comes to the eating the food, the unclean food, that has everything to do with washing your hands before you get dirt on the food, and then it becomes unclean and you eat it. That's what that means. Context matters. Read is 80% of ready. I I was so offended by Emeka um, mischaracterizing the Bible, which by doing that you're going to confuse the followers. You're going to confuse those who need a light, so on and so forth. I was truly offended. I said, "Link, just drop the link. We're not doing this." I told him I told him to go read that part of the Bible, and I explained during that stream how if you just read what the Bible said, you will understand what you said was wrong and it made no sense. See, I'm at the end now. I will say this about most Africans because Emeka is African, so my father's from Nigeria, my mother is African American. Just to give you guys a quick lineage, bullheaded, hard headed to say the least. Now, I have the pleasure of dealing with my father, who's not wrong too often. So when he's right, he's right. But when I see other people when they're wrong, I'm there to tell them they're wrong. Yes, you can't just read one verse. You have to read before and after the verse. Yes. And matter of fact, and I tell Mecca, look, what you're doing right now, I went through that. Wrong went through that. You're not the first person to go through that, and you will not be the last, my brother. Stop taking one verse and just running with it. As far as the debate goes, now you want to say this is your favorite Bible, your favorite Bible verse, the whatever the case may be. You could do that, but be prepared to have that conversation with people to explain to them why is this your favorite Bible verse. Because, like, for example, if somebody say Mark chapter 7 verse 19 is my favorite Bible verse, why is that your favorite Bible verse? You have to take them to Mark chapter 7 verse 1 through 4, which clarifies that this is an unwritten law, and also you have to clarify that when the Bible talks about eating unclean food, he's talking about um, the people in the Bible at that time. I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I just don't want to say it out loud because I could be wrong. But how you had certain people who ate food without washing their hands, and the food became unclean. I gave a perfect analogy yesterday. Let's say you at the park playing ball, and your mom called, walks outside, yells dinner time. You running out of the house and you go straight to the table. You ain't take a bath. You ain't wash your hands. You ain't put on some deodorant because you stink. You smelly. You just went straight to the food and ate it. Now the food that you just ate is unclean because of what you did outside. See, this is this is why I don't. This is why I'm at the stage right now where I'm calling people out. Like, if you don't want me of all people, because I know how I'm perceived on this side of YouTube. I know people don't like me, and we'll talk about that tomorrow morning. Why people don't like me. But I can tell you one thing: if you don't like me, you're going to hate me when I call you out. You're going to hate me when I call you out when it comes to the Bible. Because I'm gonna put it like this. I was like, you know what? Pull up that Bible verse. Let's figure this out together. Uh-huh. While you're reading that Bible verse, I'm going to the top of the chapter and I'm reading everything straight down. Just, you know why? Because we're going to provide full context to what you said, and we're going to hold you accountable for the words you said and the words you did not say, and the message that you're spewing. See, for the body of believers, I think I got to be honest. We let a lot of things slide in our lifetime. Don't worry, I'm talking to myself as well. One thing that we're going to have to start doing is start calling people out. I don't care if that's your family members. I don't care if that's whoever it could be. Obviously, location matters, but God matters more. So start calling people out on this. Um, are y'all gonna go? I mean, Jesus. Some of us got our work to go to. But yeah, you need to start calling people out. So although I was offended by Emeka's spirit, and also, and you can make the argument, although this started on Robbie's channel, that this was inspired by Fight Club on Sunday. My biggest issue with Fight Club this past Sunday was you had the panel was open. Well, I'll finally say the panel was open to people who don't know what they're talking about. I called out three names on Fight Club, and I'm gonna leave it there. You got to understand when people do not have the heart to learn, but they want to insert themselves in a conversation that they have no business being. Now, when you just have that, when you have some type of connection or some word thought with God, you'll understand when people are just here just to be here, and they're not. What's good? Nader, salute to you, okay? You just got to know, have the spirit of what are you here for? Are you here to make a contribution to the conversation, or are you just here to derail? Now, if you truly don't know and you really want to know, that spirit lingers. We can sense it. But if you're just here just to derail, deflect, no, get out of here. Fight Club was wild, and those that comes to cause confusion was very clear. Right. That's usually Fight Club. And I know we talk about anything and everything, and that's fine. And to be told, they do that when we're having a real conversation, and I personally can't stand. Sunday being a perfect example. Now, I'm, I- uh, me, part of me wish I could have stayed on that stream last night because I don't know if somebody felt the way about what I said, so I could be there and tell them I doubled down with what I said. The real only reason I say that because they're gonna say, "Oh, but you're a Christian. You believe in God. You should do this." I was like, "You're not a Christian. You don't believe in God, so you are not in any type of way, shape, or form authorized to tell me what I should feel or not feel pertaining to my religion, especially amongst people like yourself." The exception I will make when I take any type of gain from those people is if number one, God said, I need to use this person as a vessel to talk to you. God will use the unholy people to get his work done because God's work is going to get done regardless. Doesn't matter who he uses. But if that spirit of throwing a wrench is in your system and I can sense it, I'm gonna call you out on it. Like with the Mecca yesterday, my biggest issue is when you give him a GPS on how to get from point A to point B, you mean you just got to go down the road and turn right, but you decide to turn left and stand by that? I have a problem. I have a huge problem with that. A very huge problem with that. So instead of you actually being a student ready to learn, you're stuck in your own ways. You're willfully ignorant, and I'm gonna say this because he said I may have thrown some ad hominem attacks. Let me be very, very clear, and let me take off my shades when I say this. Um, if I throw a shot at you, it's a shot. It's a full-fledged bullet. No side slick marks or whatever the case may be. No, 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 no. If I talk bad about you, I want you to know it's me. Why do you think I say super chats versus cash chats? I want you to know who the shooter is. If me and another individual is going to tell you how to look at this, you know what? That's the problem. I think Emeka is young. I could be wrong, but I think Emeka pulled up to one stream. It was a morning show with Anton, and when you see the immaturity of him, I can understand that. I'm like Byron Scott. Not yes, he's a basketball player, but I'm talking about the head coach. Byron Scott was good, a good coach. The only thing is he can only coach veterans. He didn't want to deal with no rookies. I'm more along that same line as well. I don't want to deal with these young people who are novice when it comes to certain topics or certain discussions. But I have to show some level of patience in dealing with them. But after that, after I found out that you're married to your way of thinking, which is wrong, yeah, the insults are gonna fly, the ad hominems are gonna fly, and who cares? The fact is, I'm smart, you're not. And you want to prove it? Bring up Mark chapter 7, verse 19 again. Read that first. Come to your own understanding. And once you do that, go read Mark chapter 7, 1 through 4. And your interpretation, your misinterpretation of the Bible will be revealed. And that in of itself is a sin, but we can talk about that another time because I just got to work right now. I gotta clock in. I gotta clock in early. Oh yeah. Oh yes. So at 4 minutes at the top of the hour, so I'll just clock in on the dot. All right. So yeah, um, I'm gonna when read 80% of radio. I'm gonna start calling people out on this. The days of you misinterpreting the Bible are over. We are going to start reading. And guess what? It don't have to be the Bible. It could be something else. Whatever religious book you want to call it, whatever article you want to call it. Let's read for context. Yes, I understand. And let me say this on my way out. I understand the church did you wrong. I understand that some Christian men and women did you wrong. And hear me clearly. God will hold them accountable back. Ain't no escaping free. There are churches that are going through it because of what they did to God's children. There are people going through it because of what did to God's children. So you have a personal beef with certain individuals. You don't have a personal beef with God. Get over that. God ain't did nothing wrong to you. As a matter of fact, if anything, God put you in a position so you can be used as a testimony so it can make you better. You were just too immature, too emotional to find out, just like I was when I was in college. And my math teacher was saying, all you have to do was read the textbook. You're worried about the formula and plugging in the numbers. All you have to do was read the textbook. You would have passed the class. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you're not doing good in life, the reason why you're not doing good with your walk of understanding who God is because you don't read. You're trying to figure out, okay, I have let me just do this work right here. Let me just do this commandment right here. Not getting, not knowing why I'm doing or what the case may be. That's why you're failing because you don't know what you're doing and how to do it. You know why? Because read is 80% of ready. Read is 80% of ready. And just admit it. You failed like I did. It's not God's fault. And the church and God's Chris, the people of God may have something, may play a hand of your downfall, and they will receive judgment for that. But at the end of the day, it's on you and only you. Stop blaming God and start looking in the mirror, blame yourself. I gotta get out of here. Do me a favor, on your way out, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all my social media accounts. Links are located in the description. Cash App, $ the BTSI show. Participant waive all the rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. Don't forget to visit the BTSI Show website. Uh, and as y'all can see, I put the link down there, but I knew nobody was gonna pull up. That's honestly no surprise to me. And now, if they want to pull up right now, it's too late because I am here. I got to hold on, do the all right. All right, I'm finishing content. All right, y'all. I really gotta go. But thank you guys for tuning in. And to the body believer, start calling people out. My name is Chris J. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.